some marriages are being controlled from the spirit realm. Maybe either ways, both parents or one parent or one friend or one thing somewhere.
Somewhere, somehow.
Somehow. Is not interested in the marriage.
I understand.
Giving them signals, and they went ahead to marry.
I agree with you.
And then those spirit beings or powers or whoever.
Or principalities.
They will go and do whatever that is necessary. The people that were lovey-dovey before, they don't want to see you. Somebody said, if I had known you 13 years ago, my life would not be like this. He was being tormented by spiritual power. You see, as I began to do it, somebody that was doing it, the ear, as she was doing it, her mother was calling her non-stop. After some time, the ear went deaf.
Can you imagine?
And she became scared. I've gone deaf. I said, don't stop. Do it again, but don't receive calls again. As she was chanting the praise, she was yawning. She was gasping. That's how the ear popped open. And she began to hear. Somebody came to the ceiling and they were doing something. They were doing some kind of work. And as they removed the ceiling, the broom fell down. She screamed, took the broom, and said, the day you see it, you burn it. She's married now with children. Jesus Christ. So every case have a solution. Every marriage have a solution. If it is causing life, threatening life, and death is coming in, whosoever that is interested, call on to God. He knows how to go about it. That is not going to affect anybody negatively. She was acting faith wrongly. She was always saying that she believes that the man will change. That she knows that. Who told you that the man that was married before, you are married to him? Number one, the foundation of that marriage is wrong. Because the man has a wife and children somewhere. The man deceived her, she didn't get to know. And when a marriage is being, and there is abuse in marriage, it calls for questioning. Wrong foundation. It calls for questioning. There should be an alert raised. Because it is not scriptural for a husband to beat the wife or the wife to beat the husband. If such a thing is happening, there must be an action taken, prompt action taken. Something happened. Even as a servant of God, I traveled out of this country. That's why I'm telling you that they can follow you anywhere. I traveled out of this country to Ghana. I went for ministration. And the spirit, the supposed or so-called spirit husband followed me. As I lie down, I'm going to minister the following day, and I had one week or 2 weeks to minister. As I lie down to sleep, it just came on me, and I just held the neck. Today I will know who you are. And I pulled the face. Behold, it was a woman. Jesus Christ. Ọlọ́run ọba. Are you? I said, so you are the one that has been doing this evil. Nigeria is loved by God. The way God told me, Nigeria, mother and father of Africa, Nigeria, the land that flows with milk and honey, Nigeria, Israel of Africa, Nigeria, the beloved country of the Lord. Where he will take the gospel from this country. He said he will take the gospel out to other places. End time gospel. But what is happening is because Nigerians have sinned. The kingdom, the Christians have erred. They ate the forbidden fruit. We should ask for mercy. We should ask for forgiveness, for peace to come into the country. Otherwise, the country will sink.
But that's the question I want to ask you, that there are a lot of marriages that are going through the challenges and tribulations of life. It appears that they understand themselves during courtship, then there's elaborate marriage. In most cases, they even perform live on these marriages, or they bring Baba Obi to come and perform, or Zashuna Peters, or who is the other one in Fuji music? Is it Wasiwa India or something like that? But eventually, after 6 months, marriage has destroyed the beating, slapping, kicking, and all that. And some they're not so elaborate, but they don't understand themselves. So I want to ask that: is there a spiritual compatibility? How do the man measure his spiritual? Because they say, oh, go and do your genotype. AS must not marry AS. But spiritually, is there something? Is there a need to find out spiritually if you're compatible?
Okay. Let me just come on the area.
Okay, ma'am.
These are the issues.
Okay, ma'am.
It's either both man and woman, they were pretending to themselves, not bringing out their real nature, real character during courtship, lying to each other, and when they come in, they begin to see the real thing among themselves, the reality, and they cannot hold forth.
Okay.
That is number one. Number two, some marriages are being controlled from the spirit realm. Maybe either ways, both parents, or one parent, or one friend, or one thing somewhere, somehow is not interested in the marriage.
I understand.
Giving them signals, and they went ahead to marry.
I agree with you.
And then those spirit beings or powers or whoever,
or principalities,
they will go and do whatever that is necessary. The people that were lovey-dovey before they don't want to see.
You can imagine somebody marrying on the day of honeymoon in the hotel because the guy pressed the McLean láti àárín. They would they go by to try McLean láti àárín, and the marriage stopped there. They started beating. And
that is not natural. I have seen a girl that the guy came there. He has come to do introduction, and she was pregnant, and they were meant to do wedding much later, not far. Something happened. Those in the environment said all the older girls are not married. They are not related. They are just neighbors.
Can you imagine?
All the older girls are not married, and this young girl, a big man, is coming to marry her, and they did something with the feces of a chicken.
Jesus Christ!
You know how the feces of a chicken can smell?
Yes, ma'am.
And they threw it on her.
Oh.
So she was smelling to the husband. The man never came back, and then they brought her to me. I said, "You smell." He said, "How?" I said, "Okay, let us pray." And I placed down deliverance prayer. But this time around, we prayed in the water. I said, "Go and wash yourself." But after praying into the water, you are going to declare this is the blood of Jesus. Then when this physical smell leaves your body, your husband will come back. And that was what happened. Some are spiritually manipulated. Some actually have a mandate. Like I've seen cases where either the man or the woman have a mandate, go and marry and destroy the person from the kingdom of darkness. What is the way forward and still come back to God factor? Why? Is the only one that can set man free from any bondage without fracas.
Okay.
He knows how to do it. I've prayed for people like that. I said, okay, now go, and that's where the prayer of separation comes in. Separate yourself from the world this time. You have a case with God. I have somebody who had a job where she did prayer of seclusion. You understand me? That day she said, I've been fasting today, I'm not going to fast. It was a very funny story.
Okay.
She put a bottle of coke and said, Baba God, this is your chair. Very funny. She put the chair there and put another bottle of coke. This is for you. And she began to talk. I know you are omnipresent. I know you are everywhere. Father Lord, when will I get my job? This time around, she was not crying. She was not screaming. She was just conversing. She did not finish. A knock was at her door. Interview that she has passed, that they never remembered.
Long time ago.
They remembered and brought
the letter.
That was how she started work. Now, prayer of seclusion, that day she didn't see nobody. So what I'm trying to advise here, you see nobody. You just lock yourself up inside somewhere. Do you understand me? You don't talk to anybody. You don't want to talk to God. It's scriptural. It happened from the days of old. Jesus himself did it. Then who are you now? If Jesus, who is the Son of God that has authority, who said, let there be, and there was, and there is, and there will still be, on and on forever, want to pray, and he decides to seclude himself from the world, to go and pray for his prayers to be answered, then why are you jumping up and down and you say you want to get something very special? You want something special, you have to make it, look for it specially. So it's not going to take anything from you that you by yourself sever yourself from certain things of the world at a particular time in a day, and then you just say, Father, you are God. You are God. In the morning, you are God. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Son. If you don't know it, the praise chant is there. Send it to you. You chant his praise in the morning, chant his praise in the night, and then you take out a time, a particular day. You are saying nobody. 24 hours, 6 a.m. you started. God, you are God. Let me ask you one question. Even a baby that is crying, when you begin to sing for the baby, what does the baby do?
The baby become gentle.
The baby will just open the mouth and never will be deep, and the baby will just be looking at you.
Yes.
And then God is more than a baby. When you sing his praise, when you sing his word, what does he do? He comes down. And when he comes down, what does he do?
He manifests.
He manifests his glory. He can never come down and you remain the same. And then you have to make yourself his friend, because while you are doing that, you are singing his praise. You do it today, you do it tomorrow, you do it every day. Somebody said, if I had known you 13 years ago, my life would not be like this. He was being tormented by spiritual power. You see, as I began to do it, somebody that was doing it, the ear, as she was doing it, her mother was calling her non-stop. After some time, the ear went deaf.
Can you imagine?
And she became scared. I've gone deaf. I said, don't stop. Do it again, but don't receive calls again. As she was chanting the praise, she was yawning. She was gasping. That's how the ear popped open. And she began to hear. Now, what am I trying to? I'm ushering you into the presence of God. I'm ushering you into the presence of God. I'm making you understand that there is a God, and that this God, he will come to you when you chant his praise, when you call his name over and over again. Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Nisi, Jehovah Rapha, Jehovah Rofeka, Jehovah Shammah. You know, you call him. It's not possible. When you are calling his name, he will surely come down. And when he comes out, this my son has one thing, something that you are not even seeing. An arrow that they have shot into your system that you are not seeing. What will it do? You just take it out.
Oh God.
Except you open your eyes, he will take it out. What God has done in this praise chant, even a occultic man that became converted, he said, what will I do? And says, praise chant. And he was doing it, and light came, covered everywhere that he was. He now said, Ọlọ́run tó ń sìn yín dẹ́rù bà mí o, mi ìṣòkùnkùn mọ́ o. He said, because the power that he felt is way beyond occultic power. And so what am I trying to say? Let the man or the woman take his marital matter before God. Am I saying something?
They've been beating themselves.
Yes, so
they've even one has even gone back to the mother's house.
Yes. Let them take the case before God and say, Father, your blessing maketh it rich and added no sorrow with it. And then praise chant and table this matter. If this marriage has to be severed, as much as he hates divorce, he knows how to go about it. Peacefully, he knows how to go about it.
To solve the mathematics.
He knows how to do it. And if they have to come back together, he knows how to solve that demon that is tormenting them. He is the one, because you have called his presence down by praise chanting. He will come and remove the demon. Either he's embedded in the man, or embedded in the woman, or he's hiding in the house. I've prayed for people before that the demons are hiding. I told somebody, that girl wants to marry. Marriage was not coming forth.
Girl.
And somebody I prayed for came. I told the lady that was having a skin irritation, that was like leprosy.
Yes.
While I was praying for her.
It's Abilu.
Yes. She brought her own friend. And as I was praying, I said, there is a short broom in your ceiling. That short broom, like broom that they used to cook ewedu.
Yes, Jabe.
Yes. I said that broom is the monitoring instrument.
Jesus Christ.
The day that broom comes down, that day God will open way for you. Husband will call you, will marry. And somebody came to the ceiling and they were doing something. They were doing some kind of work. And as they removed the ceiling, the broom fell down. She screamed, took the broom, and said, the day you see it, you burn it. She's married now with children.
Jesus Christ.
So every case, yes, every case have a solution. Every marriage have a solution. If it is causing life, threatening life, and death is coming in, whosoever that is interested, call on to God. He knows how to go about it. That is not going to affect anybody negatively. Peacefully, both of you will part ways. And he knows how to settle those things. And if it's meant that for you people to remain, he knows what to do. Like the way Osinachi died.
Yes,
our death is painful.
But they say she has been under spiritual. I mean, the man has been beating, battering. And she goes to a church of a bishop. One bishop, is it Paul Inincho? That is named that guy that's in Abuja. Dunamis character guy or something like that. The one that said he did fake miracle in Cameroon. He sings for the whole church. She sings. I mean, this is a very wonderful, talented woman of God that is highly gifted. And the man said he didn't know. They were even trying to use medical. Let me tell you what the woman was doing. She was acting faith wrongly. She was always saying that she believes that the man will change. That she knows that. Who told you that the man that was married before, you are married to him? Number one, the foundation of that marriage is wrong. Because the man has a wife and children somewhere. The man deceived her. She didn't get to know. And when a marriage is being, and there is abuse in marriage, it calls for questioning. Wrong foundation.
It calls for questioning. There should be an alert raised. Because it is not scriptural for a husband to beat the wife or the wife to beat the husband. If such a thing is happening, there must be an action taken, prompt action taken. The first action is, before you pray, if the thing is coming to life threatening, there must be physical separation first. Separate first. Go and pray and sort your things out, sort yourselves out. No divorce yet. Pray to God. Let God decide.
At least separation of confinement.
Yes.
To relate with God on the issue on ground.
On the issue on ground. And God will solve it. He will solve it. Both of you will come back together peacefully and there will be no trouble. That was somebody I prayed for. I prayed for many people like that. And the woman will beat the man. The man will slap the man. I say, okay, go and pray. Let God handle this matter for you. There are only two options in this matter. I mean, three options. It is either the woman or the man will be converted. And there will be peace in the home. Or either of them will go their peaceful way. And there will be peaceful way. And the third way, if the person is a deity or an evil person, sent for destruction, the person will simply die and go back to the kingdom. Where the person came from.
Husband.
Straight. That's why I'm linking spirit husband. Who told you that spirit husband cannot be settled? Because I know that time has gone. I'm just jumping the gun for you.
Of course. No, say it, man.
Who told you that spirit husband cannot be settled?
Yeah.
Spirit husbands, they are deities. They are spirit beings. They are fallen angels. They don't die.
And they're very stubborn.
Now, they are attached to people now from foundation. It is either the foundation was worshipping one kind of stupid gods and deities, and they dedicate their children. How? The day of naming ceremony, they carry the child and they call family, they call uncles, wicked uncles that are possessed.
Highly possessed.
They come and carry the child and name the child for them. And then they have transferred, dedicated the children to those deities unknown to the parents. The parents may be Christians. And after that is done, you see that deity monitoring that child from birth to when the child grows. And then he becomes a spirit husband, becomes a spirit wife, making love to them and stuff like that. But I want to tell you one thing today, and I'm going to tell you because I personally experienced it. Not all spirit wives, not all spirit husbands are real spirit wives and spirit husbands. They are witchcraft practices.
Manifested in the garb of spirit husband, spirit wife.
When God gave me victory and I conquered my spirit husband, I conquered and I knew God gave me victory. Something happened. Even as a servant of God, I traveled out of this country. That's why I'm telling you that they can follow you anywhere. I traveled out of this country to Ghana. I went for ministration. And the supposed or so-called spirit husband followed me. As I lied down, I'm going to minister the following day, and I had 1 week or 2 weeks to minister. As I lie down to sleep, it just came on me. And I just held the neck. Today I will know who you are. And I pulled the face. Behold, it was a woman.
Jesus Christ. Ọlọ́run ọba o. Ayé o.
I said, so you are the one that has been doing this evil.
Ó mà ṣe o.
Because I know I've conquered, but I'm a servant of God, though.
Yes.
Until it is not over, until it is over. Spirit husband, spirit wife, they don't have powers. It is witches and wizards that is using them, hiding behind them and posing as spirit husband and spirit wife to make people's life miserable. Stand on your feet and chant your God's praise. Invite him to your life. Attract his presence into your life. And when light comes, darkness flee. From the day I saw the face of that woman, I saw to it that I prayed. I said, I've seen your face. Your witchcraft practice has ended. You have a choice, either to remove your hands from my body or you die. For me, I'm not going to pray die, but I know the prayer I will do. When God comes to me and you come to me and he will strike you and you will die.
You can take a gift of casket.
There is no need to pray die. It is my God I will call. And that person died though. The person died. I do not particularly, I do not even have time to be saying, mentioning name or prayer. I don't do those kind of things. My God, it is you I will sing your praise. Over this issue, I thank you because this case is settled. Over this issue, I bless you because this case is settled.
Okay.
On and on and on and on. And that is how many people are suffering today. Mother will leave Nigeria to go and be sleeping with her son in America in the name of spirit wife. It's not spirit wife, oh, it's your mom. It's your younger sister.
Doing those things.
It's your old girlfriend. They are practicing witchcraft, but they use spirit wife and spirit husband to confuse you.
Oh God.
They can be conquered by the power of God.
Oh God.
They can be conquered.
They can be conquered by the power of God.
But if it's real spirit husband and spirit wife, they are deities. They don't die, but they can still be conquered because God created them. And God is greater than them. If you affiliate yourself, you give your life to Christ, and you hold on to God very tight, you pray, you make him your friend, and as you are singing his praise, and your house is saturated with the praises of God. Nothing. Anytime I'm doing program, I chat that, I will tell them, please, high praise, give high praise. They will be singing the praise of God 30 minutes before I start my program. 30 minutes after I finish, that environment is saturated. Any possessed person that comes around, Holy Ghost fire will strike them. Is it in my power? No. It is in the presence of God that has calmed down. That is what I'm stressing to each and every one.
I want to ask you that, did Osinachi died wrongly? Some mortuary workers are now even saying that she's singing in the mortuary, and the news has been going on that she's singing Ekweme in the mortuary. They are hearing is it possible? Does it mean that she's not yet to die, or does it mean that her spirit is strong, or what do you think that could be?
Well, I wouldn't know whether what they are saying is true. People like propaganda.
Okay,
people like publicity stunts. I don't know whether it is true or false.
But is it possible?
But one thing I want to say about this thing, she died. She was not supposed to die. So like I said, I wouldn't know whether it is true or false.
Yes.
But there was something that happened sometime. Somebody that was close to me, that was living in my house, died. Then we took her to the mortuary. Then I actually went into the morgue myself. And I saw that they changed some corpses. I said, why this? I said, this corpse is very violent. Then I saw bottles of beer and drinks in the morgue. I said, you mortuary attendants, are you guys drinking in the morgue? They say, it's not me. It's not we. It's the corpses. They used to wake up and celebrate in the middle of the night. I said, I'm not scared. They say, it's our work. We know now. He said, we change this one because every night, and they refuse to come and carry the corpse. This corpse will be fighting, will be causing havoc. So we had to change the corpse. I was wondering, can it be true? You know, so only God knows the truth about it. So what I don't know, I don't hit my chest and say it is so, it is not so. But one thing I can say with the little knowledge I have, with my as a deliverance minister, some souls, when it is not time to die, and they die like that, and their soul is not resting. At least I have witnessed true life story of a man that died in the village and came to Lagos and remarried. You understand me? And remarried and had 2 children. But the wife was saying, I want to go to know your people. Every time I want to go to know your people. He said, but my people came to marry you. And when she did not agree to go, what happened? the woman forced him, and the day he went with her, he got there, got to his house, and I told her, I want to branch and say hello to my uncle. That house is my house. Just go there. When you get there, tell her, he mentioned his name, that this is from him. And then that was the end that she saw of him. She got there, and then he said, I'm here, I'm so person's wife. The mother looked at her, what are you talking about? He died. He said it's a lie. He said, we are coming, just branch. They said he wants to see his uncle. He ran everywhere, they could not find the man. He gave birth to 2 sons. So anything can happen in this world. God can do anything that he wants. You understand me? I told you, if I don't know what I've said it before, when my own cousin, old cousin, married a deity from my land under the water, no man will talk to her, she will not accept. Every man that talks to her, she will not accept. But this deity now came and married her. And actually came with family. I mentioned the place. After marriage, we didn't see her again. For long. By the time she came back, she actually came visiting and said, you've not seen me in a long while because I actually married a deity from the water. My town is on top of the water. So I see under this water, that's where I live. And if you see any fish she described the fish that is like this, they are my children. I'm not a dual human being. I can come see you, but as I've seen you, I don't think I want to come again. I will not come to see you again. And I belong to the world under the water. No, God has planets. A lot of things can happen.
Different planets.
So I cannot hit my chest and say it's a lie or it is true or whatever. As I am, I'm not moving in the spirit realm to be able to interpret whatever that person is saying. But I do know that lady died a gruesome death. And it is not necessary for any good Christian to die like that. If you apply wisdom, wisdom is profitable to direct. When issues are happening around you in marriage and it is affecting, it has to do with life and death, you think fast, just excuse yourself, separate for some time, pray. While you are separating, go and pray. Tell God to handle the marriage. Only 3 ways to it: peaceful reconciliation, peaceful divorce, or death. That is can be decided by God. God hates divorce. God does not like divorce. But at least we have an example of many people dying like this Osinachi. Everybody enjoys our music, and that she will sing and anointing will come down. That is the kind of case I tell you that deities or demons receive authority from the kingdom of darkness. That don't worry, I will go and marry him. Don't worry, I will go and marry her, and I will kill her. To do what? To kill the ministry. That's one of the examples.
Do you think with what the children told the minister, former minister of Women Affairs, Pauline Talent, that their father used to beat their mom, do you think there should be justice for the man, or they should just free him and let him go?
Justice belongs to God. No matter what one thing I do believe, no matter what they do to that man, what the deed has been done. What
is if it's from the spirit world? What if it's one of those people?
That's what I'm saying now. Actually, he needs to be punished for his wickedness.
So set precedence for others.
Yes, there must be a mark, a deliberate mark that this cannot continue. Domestic violence cannot continue. We need to end it. We really need to end it. Something has to happen.
Let me quickly go here. I think we have to bring you back again because there are a lot of issues here. I wanted to treat 2 issues before we go now. The first one is drug addiction. How can victims be helped medically and spiritually? Because there are a lot of young people now into drugs. They are just going around. They are very, you wonder what's going on. In the night they shout, they make noise, then they are okay again, they are in the streets, and it appears politics cannot solve it. So is there
cannot solve it? I want to appeal to parents. There was a mother that had a similar issue, and she called me. My son is into drug and he's a street man, not boy, man.
Street man, care.
Yes.
That's over 40 years old.
Yes. That she does not know what to do. And I told her, God gave you that child, and it's for blessing. In the beginning, it was not so, but while men slept, the enemy came to plant tares, thorns, and thistles. It was not so. Your son has been affected from from the kingdom of darkness. They have hurt him. You can bring him out, but you have to stand in gap for him. So she now said, how? I said, take his picture. Begin to pray. But before you pray, chant God's praise. When you sing his praise and sing his praise, that I thank you for this, my son, that is going to be rehabilitated. His thirst for drug will die. And then when you do that on and on and on, something will happen. She sent a testimony. There are changes. To the one that was in the psychiatric hospital, I told you too. Yes, ma'am. It was the mother that did it. The young man was in the psychiatric hospital.
Can you imagine?
The mother that took the picture and was chanting God's praise and was praying over him, and the deed was done. There's no barrier in the spirit realm. So I can only appeal to the parents of such children. As I talk, you know what the question God is asking me?
Which question?
He said, what if some of them does not have parents?
That's a problem, because we have seen a lot.
Some of them don't have parents. So now, but like I have some friends that are into the ministry that their assignment is like that. The assignment is for street boys. I can only say, like, this is going to make me to talk on a topic that I don't really want to touch on. I don't want to touch on it at all. But this topic is now reminding me, the tree of the piece of the tree is the piece of the birds. The piece of the children is the peace of the parents. And the peace of the parents is the peace of the children. Vis-a-vis, whatever way, relations, pastors, whosoever will pray for those children. Just like we have in Nigeria now. Apartheid is in Nigeria as we speak. Yep. I've been saying, I was seeing this vision like 10 years before now. It's in church times. It was a evangelist
Damilola and Dr. Osinachi.
Yes.
Okay.
He was the one that published it for me.
Yeah.
You understand me? That Nigeria is loved by God. The way God told me, Nigeria, mother and father of Africa, Nigeria, the land that flows with milk and honey, Nigeria, Israel of Africa, Nigeria, the beloved country of the Lord. Where he will take the gospel from this country. He said he will take the gospel out to other places. End time gospel. But what is happening is because Nigerians have sinned. The kingdom, the Christians have erred. They ate the forbidden fruit. We should ask for mercy. We should ask for forgiveness, for peace to come into the country. Otherwise, the country will sink. It's a topic I don't like to go into. So whatever is happening to us is the devil is planning to destroy this country. That the name Nigeria does not, it will not be in existence anymore. And so the way I've always conveyed that people should pray for the peace of this country. Should pray that God should touch the hearts of whosoever that is planning for destruction. That God should go and do the needful. God can do. One angel is enough to defend the cause of the entire world, if God so decide. Just one angel.
I agree with you.
You understand me? So like all of those children that are vagabonds, they are drug addicts. If the parents don't know God, and I want to tell you something, some parents actually use their children because they want to have money. They take the glory of the children, and they because they want to be glorious, and the children will become vagabonds.
There's a justice in Koido that day. One of my friends went to his house. The Calabar top justice, the only boy, was making noise like squirrel inside the cage. When my friend got there, the boy is always making it's like a non-entity, you know. And this judge, he and his wife, a young wife, traveled to abroad, and is one of the respected judges in this country.
They use the glory of their children.
There are a lot of rich people
so that they can be rich.
The children are just
and the children will be vagabonds.
Vagabonds.
You understand me?
Saliva from the mountain.
Yes.
Say they are billionaires throwing parties.
You understand me? So if it is not that, if it is just and whatever is causing it is poverty, a lot of they are not having what they need. Some of them get into drugs out of depression. You understand? They are not having what they need, and things are not going the way they want. But all we can do, if you can reach out to them, if the government can do that, if you can pray for all my things are into prayer. But then even the way they are, and if any money enters their hand, they do drugs. So it's only God that can kill the desire of drug in them.
The God factor again.
Yes, I have somebody like that in my house as I'm talking to you. Pleasant soul, fine, handsome. You understand what I'm talking about? But the drug is the issue. I didn't stop loving the child, the young man. I didn't stop. I keep on loving him. I keep on taking care of him the best I can. And I pray for him. And I trust God that one day the thirst for drug will disappear.
Will die. We're still going to bring you back, but I want you to handle this one, the last one, then we close this interview. This free food thing that Pastor, is it apostolic in Edo State that says doing free food for people? In a time like this, economy, people know how things are. But you say open free restaurants. That's why it's scandals and everything. What are you going to tell children of God about eating free food everywhere? Some people go to places they don't even know the spiritual. They just be eating food and all that. Is it healthy to be eating food that you don't know the source?
That's a very important question. And like I said, there's one thing I don't do in my life. I don't castigate. I don't judge. Why? Because I don't know the motive behind anything that anybody is doing. If the pastor is doing that thing with a good motive, may God bless him. But if he's doing that thing with an evil motive, that is left for God to judge. But for me, I'm so scared of free things. I personally, as a person, I'm scared of free things. We have an idea. I say free thing they run belly. Is it not so?
Yes, ma'am.
Free thing they run belly. I'm scared of free things. And if I will advise anybody, so long as if it is left to do with you, why don't you work and take care of yourself? Why will you depend on free something? Why?
I mean,
okay, if we say the motive is good and the motive is evil, what happens?
Their destiny is stolen.
Yes.
Their virtue is stolen.
And if we say the motive is evil and the motive is good, God knows. So whatever happens, I leave such things to the hands of God, but I always tell every man or woman to be cautious.
To be spiritually conscious.
Be spiritually conscious and be cautious. Beware, pray, and then look out for God. Let God come and help you. Only God can do what no man can do.
Anyway, let's close it here, ma. Because of your schedules and some of the people that want to see you that are still coming for, what can I call it? So come for medicals and spiritual consultation. But we would like to bring you back because there are a lot of questions here that people want us to ask you about marriages, about addictions, about ailments and sicknesses that had no medical cures. But next time we're going to talk to you about that. On this note, we want to say that we want to thank Reverend Evangelist Dr. Hannah Pere for this wonderful contribution, and especially on the case of Osinachi, is a fantastic one. You've seen other videos as they go there where you saw the phone numbers streaming on the lines on the bottom of the television or whatever devices you are using. You can reach out on any issue that is very clumsy. I'm sure the Lord will lead for direction and you're going to get a fantastic results. Next time there are a lot of other issues here, almost 10 issues begging for spiritual education. When she comes back again and we'll get her again, it's going to be attended to, and definitely you're going to have freedom. Till then, please let the truth be very efficient. Share it, make noise about it, be very aware, be very careful of the churches you lay your head onto. Be wary, don't be excited. Thank you, God bless you, goodbye.